Ram promised the world a revolutionary electric truck. Then they quietly killed it. But the story behind the cancellation is worse than anyone realized. January 2023, New York Auto Show. Ram unveiled the 1500 REV, a fully battery electric half-ton truck. With 645 horsepower, 850 lb-ft of torque, and 168 229 kWh of battery options. The headlines were massive. Ram enters EV wars. Lightning killer coming 2024. Stellantis invested billions. Suppliers ramped up production. Dealers took pre-orders. The launch was set for late 2024. Then, nothing. December 2024, delayed to early 2025. March 2025, delayed to mid-2027. September 2025, the project was officially canceled. From concept to dead in less than 3 years. The reason given was simple: demand is slowing. But that's not the full story. First, the engineering problem. A full-size electric truck needs a massive battery, 200 plus kWh, to tow and carry payload. That battery costs $40 to $50K alone. Add the motors, the frame, the labor, and the truck needs to retail for $85 to $95K to make margin. Ford's F-150 Lightning maxes out at around $100,000. Chevy's Silverado EV is $85,000. At those prices, they're not selling. Why? Because the actual truck-buying customer lives in rural America, tows regularly, and doesn't have access to level 3 charging. An electric truck that drops 50% range under load isn't a feature, it's a catastrophe. Second, the competitive problem. While Ram was planning, the EREV was invented. Ram's own range-extended truck, the Ramcharger, showed up first, started taking reservations, and stole all the momentum. Buyers looking at a $95K battery electric truck with 200-mile towing range, or a $75K EREV with 690-mile range, the math was clear. Third, the market signal. Stellantis looked at pre-order data. The EREV was crushing the EV in demand. As CEO Tim Kuniskis said internally, overwhelming consumer interest in the EREV meant the BEV wasn't needed. Translation: people don't want full EVs. They want reassurance. They want the hybrid option. So Ram made the choice: kill the EV, fast-track the EREV, announce a win. Here's what this means for the market. EV trucks are dead. Not delayed, dead. Ford is doing the same pivot. Chevy is quiet. The industry has decided the EV truck doesn't have a customer base, at least not at these prices. The EREV is a band-aid. It's a way to check the electrification box without actually solving the EV problem. It's still complex, still expensive, still requires charging infrastructure. But it has a gas backup that lets buyers feel safe. Buyers who waited are being punished. If you held off on buying an F-150 Lightning, thinking the next gen would be better, you're stuck. The next gen doesn't exist. You're choosing between an old EREV design or going back to gas. Suppliers are in chaos. Battery makers, electric motor manufacturers, and integrators who built supply chains for these trucks are scrambling. Some will go under. Costs will spike, then fall. What happened to the Ram 1500 REV is what happens when an industry bets on hype instead of customer reality. The Big Three invested in electric trucks because regulators demanded it and Wall Street cheered it, but the customer never wanted it. The moment the data showed demand was weak, they abandoned ship. Not with a bang, but with a press release buried on a Friday. Now they're selling EREVs, the compromise truck, and hoping you don't realize you're paying premium prices for a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. The real electric truck isn't coming in 2026 or 2027. It's coming when batteries cost half what they do now, when charging is ubiquitous. When engineers stop fighting physics and accept that 200-mile towing range is the real bottleneck. That's 2030 at the earliest. Until then, you're choosing between gas and compromise. Don't get suckered into the middle. Which path would you take? Like and subscribe for weekly breakdowns of industry lies and what's actually happening behind closed doors.